Okay, so get this. We're going to do a deep dive into reggae music,
All right.
but with a twist.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at a list of Jamaican reggae musicians and their birthdays.
Oh, cool.
And get this, August is absolutely packed with birthdays of famous reggae musicians.
Okay.
So we're going to use this as like a jumping off point
Okay.
to explore the history of reggae music and see what we can find out.
So essentially, we're going on a little bit of a treasure hunt using these birthdays.
Yeah, exactly like a reggae treasure hunt.
I love it.
So like each cluster of birthdays is a clue,
Okay.
right? That kind of leads us to a different era or like a different sound in reggae's history.
I'm excited to get started.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so first clue right off the bat.
Hit me with it.
August 3rd. Lucky Philip Dubé, born 1964.
Sounds good.
First up, Lucky Dubé, born August 3rd, 1964.
Oh, yeah. A legend.
He took reggae music and fused it with South African Mbaqanga music,
Really interesting blend.
which is a style that has Zulu roots and it's known for its strong bass lines and vocal harmonies.
Yeah, it's got a really distinctive sound.
And sadly, he was murdered in 2007.
I remember that it was a huge loss.
It's a reminder of how music can be a tool for social change, but also
Yeah.
how dangerous it can be to speak out against injustice.
Absolutely. Dubé's music crossed borders. It spoke to a global audience.
Yeah.
And even though he's gone, his legacy continues to inspire people all over the world.
August 4th. Dean Fraser, Dean Ivanhoe Fraser, born 1957. Also on the 4th we have Vin Gordon, born 1949. And finally on the 4th we have Black Ranks, Dante Dyer, born 1974. August 5th gives us Fantan Moja Owen Moncrief, born 1975. Also, Pressure Buspipe, Delino Brown, born 1981. August 6th, Dennis Al Capone, Dennis Smith, born 1947. Earl Chinna Smith August, born 1955.
A whole bunch of artists are born in the mid to late 1940s. So we're talking Dennis Al Capone,
Yeah.
Vin Gordon, Jaloid.
Those are some big names.
I know, and this is right when ska and rocksteady were starting to emerge.
Yeah, that's a crucial period.
Spice Grace Hamilton, also born on the 6th, but no year given.
It's important to acknowledge both sides.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about the men in reggae.
Of course not.
Spice, born on August 6th,
Love Spice.
is a total powerhouse in contemporary dancehall.
She's amazing.
She's known for her bold lyrics, her stage presence.
Yeah, she commands attention.
It's so exciting to see women like her breaking barriers in a genre that's been dominated by men.
I agree. She represents a new wave of female artists who are reclaiming space in dancehall
Yeah.
and challenging traditional gender roles.
It's empowering to see.
Her music is powerful, provocative, and incredibly influential.
August 8th, Biddy McLean Delroy Easton McLean, born 1972. Skipping 2. August 11th, Calidou Eaton Gordon August, born 1984. Finally on the 11th, no year given, we have Dax Lyon.
So what was going on back then? What do you think sparks this whole musical explosion?
Well, you have to imagine Jamaica in the late 40s, early 50s.
Right?
They were a newly independent nation.
Yeah.
So there was this incredible energy, this feeling of optimism.
Right.
And you had a whole generation of young people who were eager to express themselves.
Makes sense.
And ska, with its upbeat tempo
Yeah.
and kind of jazzy influences, it just captured that spirit perfectly.
It's like the soundtrack to a new era.
Exactly. And it's interesting to note that there was also a huge wave of rural to urban migration happening around this time.
Oh, wow. So people moving from the countryside into the cities.
Exactly. And, when you have that kind of movement, you get this amazing fusion of different musical styles and influences.
And it's like a melting pot of creativity.
Exactly. And that's what contributed to the birth of this new sound.
So these artists weren't just born into a genre, they were born into a whole cultural shift.
Absolutely. And that's something to keep in mind as we listen to their music.
Moving on to August 13th, we have Pluto Shervington Leighton Shervington August, born 1950.
Layer to it.
Right.
Okay, so next clue, early 1950s.
Right.
We've got Linton Kwesi Johnson,
Oh, yeah.
who's known for his really politically charged dub poetry.
Yeah, his lyrics are powerful.
And then there's Pluto Shervington, who brought this smoother kind of lovers rock vibe.
Yeah. Totally different style.
So is this where reggae starts to branch out a little bit.
You could say that reggae was never meant to be just one thing, you know.
Okay.
As it gained popularity, artists started experimenting.
Yeah.
They personalized the sound, they brought in their own influences and perspectives.
I can see that.
Like Johnson's dub poetry, it reflects the growing social consciousness, the political activism that was happening in the 70s,
Right.
while Shervington's romantic ballads were speaking to a completely different audience.
It's amazing how it just expanded to encompass all these different emotions and ideas.
It shows you the richness of the genre.
August 14th. Yabiu Vivian Jackson, born 1946. Matthew Greenidge, born 1984.
Okay, so let's rewind a bit.
Okay.
August 14th, 1946, Yabiu's birthday.
Ah, Yabiu.
He's considered one of the pioneers of roots reggae.
He really pushed the boundaries of the genre.
But he also experimented with like production techniques
That's right.
that were way ahead of his time.
He was a true innovator.
So what made him so unique?
Well, for one thing, his deep spirituality. He was a devout Rastafarian,
Okay.
and that comes through in every aspect of his music.
Yeah.
But he was also a master of dub mixing, which is this technique of manipulating and remixing recorded tracks to create these really echo-laden atmospheric soundscapes.
So he wasn't just making music, he was creating an experience.
Exactly. He was ahead of his time in so many ways.
August 16th. Chosen Dwayne Vicente, born 1984. Esco Matthew Thompson, Know You're Given. Moving on to August 19th. Johnny Nash, John Lester Nash, Jr., born 1940.
We also have a couple of fun facts
Okay.
that show just how far reggae's reach extends.
I'm all ears.
So Johnny Nash, born August 19th, 1940.
Okay.
He was an American singer who actually helped introduce reggae to the world with his hit I Can See Clearly Now. And then there's Haha, a South Korean entertainer, born August 20th, 1979, who actually incorporates reggae into his music.
Wow. See, reggae really is everywhere.
It's a global phenomenon.
It transcends geographical boundaries, cultural differences.
Yeah.
It speaks to something universal.
August 20th. Ha 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 Donghoon, born 1979. August 21st. Collie Budd's Colin Harper, born 1984.
Okay, let's move on to a more controversial figure, Beanie Man.
August 22nd. Beanie Man Anthony Moses Davis, born 1973.
Ah, Beanie Man.
He's a dancehall icon.
No doubt about it.
But some of his lyrics have sparked debates about homophobia and violence.
Yeah, that's a part of his story that can't be ignored.
So how do we reconcile his talent with his problematic past?
I think Beanie Man embodies the complexities of dancehall. You know, it's a genre that evolved from reggae in the late 70s. It incorporated faster rhythms, electronic sounds, and often more explicit lyrics.
It definitely has a different energy.
And Beanie Man's success reflects both the global appeal and the controversies that surround dancehall culture.
August 24th. Linton Kwesi Johnson LKJ, born 1952. August 25th. Junior Delgado Oscar Hibbert, born 1958. August 27th. Ja Thomas Kruma Manley Thomas, born 1955. August 28th. Barris Hammond Hugh Beresford Hammond, born 1955.
Earl Chinna-Smith, Bears Hammond J. Thomas.
Wow, some heavy hitters right there.
I know. And this is supposed to be the golden age of roots reggae, right?
You hear that a lot, yeah.
So what makes this period so special?
Well, these artists emerged during a really intense time in Jamaica.
Okay.
A lot of social and political upheaval, and roots reggae, with its emphasis on Rastafarianism,
Yeah.
social justice, African identity, it really resonated with what was going on.
It's like it gave voice to people's struggles and hopes.
Absolutely. And it became a powerful force for unity and resistance.
But is it fair to call it the golden age? I mean, weren't there amazing things happening in reggae before and after this time too?
That's a good point. It's always risky to label one era as being better than another.
Right.
Every period in reggae history has its own brilliance, its own innovations.
That's true.
But it's undeniable that the mid-1950s saw a concentration of artists who gained global recognition.
Yeah.
And really helped to define what we think of as roots reggae.
That's what's so cool about this deep dive.
What's that?
It's not just about like individual artists.
Yeah.
It's about understanding the whole tapestry of reggae, how all these different threads connect.
I agree with you on that one.
August 29th. Ja Lloyd Patrick Lloyd Francis, born 1947. August 30th. Jamil Foster, born 1992. Finally, on August 31st, we have Al Campbell, born 1954.
It's amazing how much we've learned about reggae just from looking at August birthdays.
Right. We've only just scratched the surface.
I know. We've gone from the rise of ska to the evolution of dancehall.
Yeah.
We've seen the social impact of artists like Lucky Dube, the spiritual depth of Yabby U. It's been incredible.
And this is just a small window into the vast world of reggae.
Exactly. So if you're feeling inspired,
As I'm sure you are.
we encourage you to go deeper. Pick an artist that caught your attention.
Yeah.
Explore their music. See where your own reggae adventure takes you.
I love that idea. Happy listening, everyone.
And happy birthday to all those August reggae legends.
Cheers to that.
All right, that's a wrap.
Good deep dive.
Thanks for joining me.
Anytime.
See you in the next one.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
Bye. Bye.